Thanks to Eufy for sponsoring this video. Whenever someone praises a gadget, whether it's the latest robot vacuum or something else, there's always that nagging doubt. Is it truly as great and worth the money as they say, or could you save a bit and go for a less expensive option that might not have all the bells and whistles, but still gets the job done? In this video, I aim to show you that the eufy X10 Pro Omni, sitting in the mid-price range under $1,000, truly lives up to its billing by the manufacturer as an affordable flagship alternative, offering exceptional quality and a wide array of the latest features for its price. And before I dive into all the cool features of this vacuum, like its RGB AI camera that can spot even cables on the floor, its rotating dual mop pads instead of a regular mop, and even the ability to interact with it using your feet, let's start with what impressed me the most. Compared to other vacuums, this one requires the least maintenance. You're about to see just how much. I love robot vacuums for the convenience they bring to cleaning. But with the 5 robot vacuums I've owned, there's always been a catch. To get your home properly cleaned, you had to prep the vacuum. Fill its water tank, wash or dampen its mop, attach the mop to the cloth mount, insert it into the vacuum, and only then could you start the cleaning cycle. Oh, and don't forget to check and empty the dustbin from the last cleaning. But your involvement doesn't end there. Set a timer for 20 minutes, because the mop needs regular rinsing to be effective. If you have a large space, you also need to refill the water tank periodically. All these steps meant you couldn't fully delegate the cleaning task to the robot. It always required your assistance. Despite the manufacturer's promises, you couldn't just set the vacuum to clean while you were out, because it required your direct involvement in the process. Even if you just needed vacuuming and not mopping, you had to make sure there were no cables on the floor, or you might come home to a broken lamp as an unwelcome surprise. As you might have guessed, the X10 Pro Omni solves all these issues. Thanks to this base, or more accurately the Omni Station, which does all the dirty work for you beyond just charging the vacuum. To get the robot ready for vacuuming and mopping, you simply fill the base with water. That's where your involvement in the cleaning process ends. From there, the base fully services the robot on its own. It cleans the robot's 2 mop pads, refills the robot with water, and sends it off to work. Every 20 minutes of cleaning, the robot returns to the base to clean its mop pads, empty its dustbin, clear the roller brush of hair, and refill with water. All of this is done completely automatically without any input from you. After cleaning the whole house, the base even dries the mop pads to prevent bacteria growth. You don't have to touch either the robot or the base for a week, or until the water container runs out. It holds 0.8 gallons, so it can last for several cleanings depending on the size of your area. The remaining water level is always visible in the app. Dirty water from cleaning the mop pads goes into a second container, which you empty once it's full of water, so not very often. As you can see, your involvement is minimal, and this is truly appealing. But what about the efficiency of the cleaning? And can you leave the vacuum alone at home without worrying it will run into pet waste or get tangled in wires left on the floor? Let's check it out in practice. The robot features 2 mop pads fitted onto rollers that spin at 180 RPM and press down with the force of about 2 pounds. These aren't just simple clothes like on other vacuums, which merely drag behind collecting whatever they can. The rollers actively engage in the cleaning process, scrubbing off anything stuck to the floor. They're actually pentagon-shaped, not round as they might appear, minimizing blind spots on the floor. This vacuum also has a couple of new features I haven't seen before in other vacuums. First is the edge-hugging mopping, allowing it to thoroughly clean areas close to the walls. It continuously turns about 45 degrees to better clean along the wall. The cleaning takes longer, but it's more thorough. Another handy feature is the Smart Mode, where the robot adjusts the optimal settings for different cleaning zones. This means you don't have to manually set the suction power and cleaning intensity, its AI algorithm does it for you. The robot automatically increases suction and water flow in the dining area, for instance, understanding it might be dirtier than other places. When it comes time to clean carpets, the mop pads immediately lift about half an inch, avoiding contact with the carpet. The robot then automatically increases suction for maximum effectiveness. All 8,000 pascals are at work for deep clean, capturing all debris including pet hair. Interestingly, the roller brush is designed to remove hair from itself during cleaning at the base station. It rotates in reverse, and the metal comb flips down to untangle the hair and send it into the dust bag along with the trash from the dustbin. It might not always get every strand on the first try, so you can initiate a self-cleaning cycle again from the app if needed. The 0.6-gallon dust bag is quite spacious, lasting up to 2 months without needing a replacement. And now let's talk about the AI features. This vacuum is equipped with an RGB camera that has LED lighting and AI recognition capable of identifying up to 100 types of objects on the floor. The camera sees everything in color just like we do, trying to discern what lies ahead, whether to navigate around or to continue forward. It marks some of the identified objects on the map and can even take photos of recognized items, showing us how accurate it was. Sometimes it's spot on, like with this shoe, and sometimes not so much. However, the system is constantly improving thanks to automatic firmware updates that continually enhance object recognition. I want to note that all recognition processes happen locally on the device. No data is sent to eufy's cloud servers, including the photos. As I mentioned in my review of the eufy Cam 3, the company prioritizes customer privacy and doesn't transmit data unless you opt into data sharing in the settings to improve recognition quality. Let's see how well the robot avoids wires and other objects, including pet waste, because, let's face it, accidents happen at home. As we can see, it does quite well, which is a significant upgrade compared to my older robots that would have immediately tried to taste everything. I'd still recommend lifting wires off the floor, as the manufacturer advises, because the system is still perfecting and might not always identify objects accurately. Interestingly, the camera functions just as well at night, thanks to a built-in LED light that automatically turns on to illuminate its path. And before I show you the coolest feature of this vacuum, let's explore how to set it up before just pressing the button on the device itself. Naturally, there is its app, where you can set multiple cleaning zones at once or select specific rooms for cleaning. The system can store up to 5 maps, which means up to 5 floors, though I'd prefer having a vacuum on each floor. Another way to interact with the robot is through Amazon and Google Assistants.
Alexa, ask RoboVac to clean.
RoboVac, starting cleaning session.
But the most unusual method is literally with the kick of your foot. And it doesn't just start a standard cleaning cycle, it follows you, cleaning along your path. So there's no need to manually pick it up from the base and carry it to the scene of the spill for spot cleaning. You can lead it around, which you have to admit is pretty cool. To send it back to the base, just step aside and back again. That's the signal for the vacuum that the cleaning is done. Overall, I really like the vacuum for its hands-free cleaning, quality floor washing, and constantly improving AI features that keep your floor items safe. Of course, I've left a link to the robot in the video description.